I'm happy being alone and I'm happy spending time with myself. You don't need friends to be happy. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little bit different from the videos that I usually film. I feel like this is a very valid topic, and in the stage of life that I'm at right now, where I'm married and I have kids, I feel like the feeling of loneliness has become a little bit more prominent. I'm at a part of my life where not a lot of the people around me are married or have kids. It's safe to say that I do feel alone and I do feel a little bit isolated. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Asia. I just graduated from nursing school like a year ago, got married last year and had a baby this year. Alhamdulillah, I'm obviously very grateful for everything that I've accomplished in life so far. One thing I didn't realize was going to come with marriage and having kids is really the mental struggle that you go through during these major life changes, and that's why I felt like talking about this is really important. Growing up, I always thought that I needed friends to be happy, and without friends I was pretty much miserable. And I was raised by great parents and I had many siblings, but most of my siblings were much older than me. So I didn't really have siblings within my age range that I could hang out with. I always felt like I needed to have friends all the time in order for me to be happy. But obviously growing up, when you're a kid in elementary school, kindergarten, SKJK, not a lot of kids, I would say, have issues with making friends. I feel like it's a lot easier because you're so young, you're free, you're not really too focused on what people are thinking of you. For me, growing up in elementary school and middle school and the younger stages of my life, I didn't really have an issue with making friends. I felt like I was so free and I was talking to everybody and I just kind of wanted to be friends with everybody. And then you start going into high school and university, and I feel like things just change. In high school, that's when I kind of started realizing that I feel alone a lot. I feel like I don't really have people that I can call my friends. I felt like when I went in high school, that's when I started to understand the dynamic of friendships and who I am as a person and how socially awkward I was when it came to making friends, because the people that I was friends with in middle school that I went into high school with were able to make new friends and make new connections, while I was just kind of sitting there feeling abandoned because I didn't know how to be friends with those people that they were becoming friends with. But then as the years went on in high school, I was able to actually form like one meaningful friendship with one particular person. And as we went to university, we actually went to the same university, same program, everything. I was obviously very ecstatic because as somebody who finds it really difficult to form meaningful friendships, I was very happy that I had somebody who knew who I was, and that I felt comfortable around, that I didn't really think, I needed to make new friends. But as I went into university, the same thing that happened at the beginning of high school happened again at the beginning of university, where this one really close friend that I had from high school made new friendships, was able to connect with people and get close to people pretty quickly in relation to how I was. So I did form these school casual connections with a couple of people in university, but because of my social anxiety, I didn't really try to form deeper, meaningful connections with a lot of people. And in turn, that pretty much led to me feeling neglected and not valued. I felt like people didn't really want to spend time with me, or even if they did, it felt forced. So it was really hard. Like I said, throughout high school, I felt like I was being put into pre-existing friend groups. And then in university, I was forming a lot of casual friendships, while others around me were forming more deeper, meaningful connections, which led to me possibly not getting invited to certain events that certain people may be hosting, because maybe they were inviting people that they were most closest with. It honestly made me feel unworthy of a social connection, and it did make me feel unappreciated. It started in high school, got worse in university, and now that I'm going through major life changes, such as graduating, having a career, working, being married, having a kid, it really gave me time to think about the connections that I have and the friendships that I have and why I'm feeling lonely at times. And it really shifted my perspective on a lot of things in life. I genuinely don't feel like anyone really understood me until I met my husband. I met him at my last year of university. I didn't have to put on an act or try to act a certain way in order to feel accepted. When I first met my husband, it felt so easy. It felt so natural. He accepted me for who I was. He really made me notice my self-worth and made me stand up for myself a little bit more. So it's safe to say that from high school to now, it really took me 10 good years for me to feel comfortable being alone. I can genuinely say that I'm happy being alone and I'm happy spending time with myself. And that's a huge growth from high school and university, where I felt like I always needed people around me in order to be happy. I'm not saying that I don't need friends. I do need friends. And I feel like friends are important in this life, but they're not the end all be all. Not having friends doesn't necessarily mean that there's anything wrong with you. Being alone or being a loner or experiencing loneliness does not necessarily have to be negative. And I think that's something that took me years to learn. To this day, I find it really, really difficult to be the first person to text, and small talk really makes me feel uncomfortable. All these things still stand true to this day, but the only thing that has really shifted was my mindset on what it means to be alone, what it means to have friends, not forcing a friendship because that's not going to be a genuine friendship, and understanding that not every interaction is going to be a meaningful one, and not every interaction that you have with somebody is going to lead to a deep friendship. And I feel like being married and being a mom, you really start to realize who your true friends are. I'm done forcing friendships that are not mutual. I'm done forcing friendships that are surface level, because to be honest with you, it's exhausting. I just wanted to come on here and talk about this, and I don't even know if any of this made sense because I was kind of all over the place, but I just wanted to come on here and talk about friendship and loneliness and how normal it is, and how we need to learn to love being alone and spending time alone. I just want to leave this video saying you are loved. Yeah. Sorry. There's someone in this world that genuinely cares about you. Even if you don't have friends at this moment, at this time, to this day, there's always tomorrow. Just know that you don't need people to be happy. You don't need friends to be happy. All you need is yourself and your family, and occasionally friends to add to your happiness, but not to make you happy. I think that's pretty much it for today. Make sure to subscribe and comment I subscribed down below once you have subscribed. Let me know if you've ever felt lonely, even though you had friends. It's okay, y'all. So I'm just gonna say goodbye. Thank you for watching this. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.